Hello crochet friends, welcome to my very first Christmas tutorial. I hope you enjoy it. You're going to start by making a magic ring with 6 single crochet. I always add the stitch marker to the last stitch I made so I don't get confused on the next row. You should have 6 stitches at this point. Now you're going to make an increase in each stitch, which means you will do 2 single crochet stitches in each stitch instead of just 1. We'll be working in continuous rounds, so whenever we start a new row, we don't chain 1, we just keep going. Since we made 2 single crochet stitches in each stitch, you should have 12 stitches now. Now we're going to alternate between 1 single crochet and an increase. So in the first stitch you make 1 single crochet, in the second you make 2, in the third 1, in the fourth 2, and so on. You should finish this row with 18 stitches. On the next row we start with 1 single crochet and then 1 increase. So we make 2 single crochets on the second stitch and then 1 single crochet again on the third stitch. Now we'll repeat this, 1 single crochet, 1 increase, and another single crochet. It should look like what I've written on the screen. You should have 24 stitches at this point. On the next row, you're going to make 1 single crochet in the first, the second, and third stitch. Then make an increase in the fourth stitch. So make 2 single crochets in the fourth stitch. And now you're gonna repeat this pattern until you reach the end. 3 single crochets and 1 increase in the fourth stitch. You should have 30 stitches at this point. Now we're going to make one single crochet in each stitch for 4 rows. So rows 6, 7, 8 and 9 should each have 30 stitches, 30 single crochets. Once you start row 10, you're going to make one single crochet in the first, second and third stitches. Now you're going to make a decrease on the next stitch. In case you don't know, a decrease in crochet is when you combine 2 stitches into one. To do this, you insert your hook into the first stitch and pull up a loop, and then you insert your hook into the next stitch and pull up another loop. Now you will have 3 loops on your hook, yarn over and pull through the first 2 loops, and yarn over again and pull through the remaining 2 loops. You're going to keep doing this, 3 single crochets and then 1 decrease. Repeat this pattern until you reach the end of the row. You should end up with 24 stitches. On the next row, you're going to make one single crochet on the first stitch and make sure you don't insert your hook on the decrease we made on the last row because it kind of looks like the first stitch, but it isn't. On the second one, you're going to make a decrease. This means that we're going to combine the second and the third one into one stitch only. On the next one, you're going to make a single crochet and you're going to repeat this pattern until you reach the end of the row. So 1 single crochet, 1 decrease, 1 single crochet, and then once again 1 single crochet, 1 decrease, 1 single crochet. You should have 18 stitches now. On the next row, you're gonna make 1 single crochet on the first stitch, and then you're gonna make 1 decrease on the second stitch. Once again, combining the second and the third stitch into one. You're gonna repeat this pattern until you reach the end, once again. So 1 single crochet and 1 decrease. You should have only 12 stitches now. It's time to stuff the head of the Hello Kitty. I'm using leftover yarn from other projects, but you can use stuffing from plush toys, pillows, or anything else you can think of. To finish her head, make a decrease in each stitch. I always finish my yarn by chaining 2, but you can use any other technique you prefer. To make the face of Hello Kitty, I'm going to use small pieces of yarn, and I will insert the yarn from the opposite side to make the nose, the eyes, the whiskers. And then I will insert the yarn back into the spot where I started to tie a knot and hide the ends. To make the ears, you're gonna make a magic ring with 4 single crochets. Now you're gonna make 1 single crochet on the first stitch, then 1 increase on the second one, one single crochet on the third, and 1 increase on the fourth and last one. You should have 6 stitches by now. On the next row, you're gonna make 1 single crochet on the first and on the second, And then on the third one, you're going to make 1 increase. Repeat this until you reach the end, 1 single crochet on the 4th and 5th, and 1 increase on the 6th and last stitch. Pinch the ear and use the remaining yarn to sew both sides together. Now to attach the ear to Hello Kitty's head, I'm going to use the remaining yarn to sew it the way I'm showing in the video. To create the bow, make a magic ring, chain 3, make 2 double crochets, chain 3 again, slip stitch, now chain 3, make 2 double crochets, chain 3, and make another slip stitch. Now let's start the tree hat. To do this, make a magic ring with 6 single crochet stitches. Now for the second row, make 1 single crochet in each stitch. On the next row, we are going to make 1 single crochet in the first stitch, then an increase in the second stitch. Repeat this pattern until you reach the end. You should have 9 stitches by now. On the next row, make 1 single crochet. Now another single crochet on the next stitch. And now make an increase. And follow this pattern once again until you reach the end. You should have 12 stitches by now. On this row we're gonna crochet using the front loop only. As you can see, each stitch has two sides, the front loop and the back loop. We're going to use the front loop for this row. Now you're going to make one single crochet in each stitch, but don't forget to work in the front loop only, just like I mentioned before. By doing this stitch, we'll end up with a kind of visible line on our crochet. Now I want to make my tree look like it has a little bit of snow, so I'll be crocheting with both white and green yarn at the same time. We're going to insert our hook into one of the stitches from the visible line we left, chain 3, and then make one double crochet in each of the remaining stitches. At the end, join with a slip stitch. Now that we have several yarn ends, I'm going to place one in each corner to tie the hat onto Hello Kitty's hat. However, if you don't want the extra work, you can simply glue it on instead. Now, to make a star, you will start with a magic ring and then make one double crochet. Next, chain 2 and make another double crochet. Now make a single crochet. Repeat this 4 more times. Once you have 5 sides, pull the yarn end to shape the star. Join with a slip stitch and remove your yarn. Now let's crochet the rest of the tree. Make a magic ring with 6 single crochet stitches. Now for the second row, make 1 single crochet in each stitch. Now on the next row, you're going to make 1 single crochet in the first stitch, then an increase in the second stitch. Repeat this pattern until you reach the end. On the next row, the pattern is 1 single crochet in the first one, 1 single crochet in the second one, and 1 increase on the third one. So 1 single crochet, 1 single crochet, and 1 increase. You should have 12 stitches at this point. On the next row, it's the same thing, but this time you will make a single crochet in the first, second, and third stitches, and only then an increase on the fourth stitch. So it's 3 single crochets and then 1 increase, repeating this until you reach the end. You should finish this row with 15 stitches. On the next row, we're going to crochet in the front loop only. This time, instead of 3 single crochets like in the last row, we're going to make 4 single crochets and then an increase on the 5th stitch. Once again, don't forget to work in the front loop only. On the next row, we're going to make 1 single crochet in each stitch. You should have ended the last row with 18 stitches, which means this one will also end with 18 stitches. For the next row, we're going to make 1 single crochet in the first 5 stitches and then 1 increase. Repeat this pattern until you reach the end. You should end this row with 21 stitches. On the next row, we're going to make 1 single crochet in each stitch, ending with 21 stitches as well. Now for the last row, we're going to crochet in the front loop only again. Make 6 single crochets and then 1 increase in the 7th stitch. Repeat this pattern until you reach the end, but don't forget to always crochet in the front loop only. Now I'm gonna chain 2 and remove my yarn. Now can you see those lines we also had on the hat because of the front loop stitches? We're going to do exactly the same thing we did before. Insert your hook into one of those stitches, chain 3, and then make double crochets all around the Christmas tree. In this last row, I used single crochets instead of double crochets because I didn't have much yarn left. However, I liked the final result as well. Now we're going to fold the top part of our Christmas tree inward to create a wider base for Hello Kitty, which will also help keep it standing up without falling over. You can either use glue to attach the tree to Hello Kitty or sew it on, like I'm going to do. And that's it. I will try to bring more Christmas tutorials, so feel free to leave some requests in the comments if you like. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I hope to see you in the next video. Bye!